AB Promotions. AB Promotions. Let's go. What's going on, y'all? It's AB Promotions. Checking in today. You know, we're gonna do a reaction to last night's debate. You know, pretty interesting. You know, I mean, I got my takes, I got my opinions on it, but what say you? You know what I mean? So we about to get into it. All right, let's go. AB Promotions. That's right. We about to get into it. Yo, shout out to my guy Rob from Black Light Revelations. You know, check his channel out. It's in the description. You know what I mean? Please like, share, and subscribe if you're checking this video out, you know. But yeah, we're gonna react to his video and we're gonna keep it moving as such. So let's check it out.
So let's do something crazy. Grab my hand and I'll show you find me. Something crazy. I know you want to, want to. You give me feelings that I've never thought I would feel. You give me meaning. It is together, this can't be real. This time is the thing. I can feel it in the air. It's time for celebration. So let's do something.
All right, we're gonna pause it. We're gonna get right to it because this last night debate was, I guess it was like 2 hours, right? I don't know, but in my opinion, I'm just stating my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think Kamala won that debate last night. You know, but I want to hear you guys' opinion also on it, right? So let me know what's going on. You know, shout out to everybody in the stream right now. You know what I mean? Carlton, what's good? You know what I mean? Peace. You know what I mean? So we gonna get into it. Yeah, so let's keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, let me know your y'all opinion on what had transpired last night. But we're gonna definitely get into it. Shout out to my guy Rob, Black Light Revelation. You know what I mean? You know how we do it. Okay, yeah, let's get into it. Yo, it's hilarious, man. This is the best, like the best Broadway. If you was going to a Broadway show or something, like that, or you was going to a movie premiere, the acting was like superb. You know what I mean? Like it was really a good show last night. You know, but your boy Trump, man, he had to take the bait. That's where I think he lost. But we're gonna get into it. We're definitely gonna get into it, man. Where we at? 20 minutes in here? Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
It's time.
This is an ABC News special. The most consequential moment of this campaign. Kamala Harris.
Together, we will chart a new way forward.
Donald Trump.
We will soon be
looking forward to a spirited.
I'm trying to get to where they talk.
Now less than 2 months away.
Okay.
For Vice President Kamala Harris, this is her first debate since President Biden withdrew from the race on July 21st. Of course, that decision followed his debate against President Donald Trump in June. Since then, this race has taken on an entirely new
that
dynamic.
acting job.
And that brings us to the rules of tonight's debate. 90
job.
minutes with 2 commercial breaks. No topics or questions have been shared with the campaigns. The candidates will have 2 minutes to answer questions, and this is the clock. That's what they'll be seeing. 2 minutes for rebuttals and 1 minute for follow-ups, clarifications, or responses. Their microphones will only be turned on when it's their turn to speak. No pre-written notes allowed.
Shout out to the
There is
haters
no
that's
audience here
watching
tonight in
also.
this hall at the National Constitution Center. This is an intimate setting for two candidates who have never met.
President Trump won the coin toss. He chose to deliver the final closing statement of the evening. Vice President Harris selected the.
Shout out to the haters also. You know, we need you guys to point the finger and say that's the bad guy. That's the bad guy. Okay? But we're gonna keep it moving.
Podium to the right.
So let's now welcome the candidates to the stage. Vice President Kamala Harris and President Donald Trump.
Before we continue now, I'm not gonna deny that Kamala was given the alley-oop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just put that out there. But in terms of I'm trying to put it in the perspective that if a voter was like brand new, like they're not really into politics or nothing like that, and they don't know nothing about nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, how would they look at how this debate went? This debate definitely was skewed towards Kamala, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? They made her look. They put in a favorable light, and also, like, let me tell you something. Also, she was prepared. She was prepared. You know what I mean? I guess that's what she was doing in the basement or wherever she was hiding at. But she was definitely prepared last night, and it showed, right? And like, it should be expected. You're the vice president, so you should be able to get through a debate. But yeah, I guess that's why we haven't seen her doing any interviews or anything like that. But let's keep it rocking.
Kamala Harris.
Let's have a good debate.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Welcome to you both. It's wonderful to have you. It's an honor to have you both here tonight.
Good evening. We are looking forward to a spirited and thoughtful debate.
So let's get started. I want to begin tonight with the issue that voters repeatedly say is their number one issue, and that is the economy and the cost of living in this country. Vice President Harris, you and President Trump were elected 4 years ago, and your opponent on the stage here tonight often asks his supporters, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? When it comes to the economy, do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
So I was raised as a middle-class kid, and I am actually the only person on this stage who has a plan that is about lifting up the middle class and working people of America. I believe in the ambition, the aspirations, the dreams of the American people. And that is why I imagine and have actually a plan to build what I call an opportunity economy. Because here's the thing. We know that we have a shortage of homes and housing, and the cost of housing is too expensive for far too many people. We know that young families need support to raise their children, and I intend on extending a tax cut for those families of $6,000, which is the largest child tax credit that we have given in a long time, so that those young families can afford to buy a crib, buy a car seat, buy clothes for their children. My passion, one of them, is small businesses. My mother raised my sister and me, but there was a woman who helped raise us. We call her our second mother. She was a small business owner.
God damn. Yo, gunshot. She avoided the question. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even remember what the question was. Like, yo, she did not answer what she was asked, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. This is wild, crazy. These are our presidential candidates right here. You know, you ask them a question and they deflect. You know what I'm saying? Now, I expect that from Kamala because she's a career politician. You know what I'm saying? But Trump isn't, and that's another thing that kind of hurt him. Now, we all know, and I even struggle with this with myself, as far as like articulating myself. You know what I mean? Some people are good at it, some people aren't. I'm not one of those people that is very great at articulating myself. You know, I know sometimes people may have may misunderstand me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But you know, for the most part, Trump is not. He's not a politician or whatever. So the way he answers questions is hard. Like he doesn't articulate himself, and that might turn people off. Also, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna keep it rocking. Like she went like all over the place with this question right here. And I'm not gonna say Trump didn't do it either, but for the most part, she's not answering the question. All right, so I forgot what the question was, right? So let's go back a little bit. All right. I need to understand. I need to clarify what was asked.
I imagine and have actually a
new dynamic.
When you realize bloating and discomfort don't have to be routine, everything changes.
I need to get YouTube Premium. All right. Apologize for that.
2 commercial breaks. No topics or questions have been shared with the campaign.
We back at the
The
beginning.
candidates will have 2 minutes to answer questions, and this is the clock. That's what they'll be seeing. 2 minutes for rebuttals and 1 minute for follow-ups, clarifications, or responses.
That's right.
Their microphones will only be turned on when it's their turn to speak. No pre-written notes allowed.
Okay.
There is no audience here tonight in this hall at the National Constitution Center. This is an intimate setting for 2 candidates who have never met.
My guy
President
Black
Trump
Light
won
is
the coin
in the
toss. He
building.
chose to deliver
What's
the final
good?
closing statement of the
Rob,
evening.
what is
Vice
good, my
President
brother?
Harris selected the podium to the right.
Yo,
So
if
let's
y'all
now
not
welcome the
subscribed to,
candidates to the
Black Light
stage. Vice
Revelations
President Kamala
channel,
Harris and President
hold on,
Donald Trump.
Pause this. I'm wilding out. Let me pause this. If y'all not subscribed to Black Light Revelations channel, please do so. You know what I'm saying? That guy's content is second to none, man. He's definitely on point doing this thing. You know what I mean? So definitely check his channel out for sure. You know what I mean? Gunshot, man. That's the guy. That's the man. You know what I mean? Your favorite YouTuber. Don't get it twisted. All right? We doing it. All right? We getting it done. All right? That's what's up. And we're going to keep it rocking.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Welcome to you both. It's wonderful to have you. It's an honor to have you both here tonight.
Good evening. We are looking forward to a spirited and thoughtful debate.
So let's get started. I want to begin tonight with the issue that voters repeatedly say is their number one issue, and that is the economy and the cost of living in this country. Vice President Harris, you and President Trump were elected 4 years ago, and your opponent on the stage here tonight often asks his supporters, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? When it comes to the economy, do you believe Americans are better off than they were 4 years ago?
So that's the question. That was the question, yo. Yo, are you better off right now than you were 4 years ago? That's the question. And she went all over the place and deviated from what was asked. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, both of them do it. Trump is going to do it also, but I expect that from Trump. We know what to expect from Trump, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not a career politician, you know what I'm saying? And like I said before, he has issues articulating himself, which I can understand. Most regular folk, most blue-collar people, most, people who's not in academia or anything like that can relate to that, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's a plus. It's a plus and a minus on Trump's part, but for the most part, you know what I mean, he has a problem articulating himself, and that's where he lost also. But yeah, let's keep it rocking because this video is long, right? And it's like it's gonna be hard trying to dissect every little thing in this video, so I'm probably gonna have to skip ahead at some points or whatever. But you guys know where to find the video at Black Light Revelation. You know what I mean, channel. So, that's how we doing it. All right, let's go. AP Promotions. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rob.
Man, I'm gonna tell you when they got Joe Biden shout out to AV Promotion. AV Promotion said to Democrats.
That's right. That's my guy Rob. You know what I mean? Because these motherfuckers is a joke. Excuse my language, but they're a joke. Let's keep it
So
moving.
I was raised as a middle class kid, and I am actually the only person on
We
the
don't
stage
care.
who has.
We don't care.
do it again and even better.
Afford to buy a crib.
We don't care. The question was, under your supervision, are people better off now than they were 4 years ago? Like, what are you talking about? You grew up a middle class kid, huh? What? The hell? Anyway, she wilding out, yo. But you know, Kamala Harris destroys Trump. You know what I mean, in the debate, for real. Like, that's what happened
Buy a
last
car
night.
seat, buy clothes for their children. My passion, one of them, is small businesses. I was at
Hit the like button, like, share, subscribe. You know, what say you guys though? You know what I mean? Who won the debate in your opinion? You know what I'm saying?
Actually, my mother raised my sister and me, but there was a woman who helped raise us. We call her our second mother. She was a small business owner.
What's her
love our
name?
small businesses. My plan.
She took care of you. You don't have no name. What's her name? Who is she? Like that's another thing why people can't connect to you, because you don't name no names. Don't nobody know who you are. Like, just a lady, just some random lady who took care of you. She was a small business owner too. All right. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Is to give a $50,000 tax deduction
$50,000
to start up small
50K.
businesses, knowing they are part of the backbone of America's economy.
Okay.
My opponent, on the other hand, his plan is to do what he has done before.
Y'all like the
which is to
$50,000
provide
for
a
small
tax cut
businesses?
for billionaires
A tax
and
cut?
big corporations, which will result in $5 trillion to America's deficit.
Y'all like the 50K? I don't care about the deficit right now. Y'all running deficits left and right. Y'all don't care how much money you spend. Talk about deficits. Miss me with it. 50K, I don't know if that's enough. How about $1 million? Let's start there. Right? How about $1 million?
My opponent has a plan that I call the Trump's sales tax.
How about $100 million for small businesses? We need that to get on our feet.
Tax, which would be a 20% tax on everyday goods that you rely on to get through the month. Economists have said that Trump sales tax would actually result for middle-class families in about $4,000 more a year because of his policies and his ideas about what should be the backs of middle-class people paying for tax cuts for billionaires.
President Trump, I'll give you 2 minutes.
First of all, I have no sales tax. That's an incorrect statement. She knows that. We're doing tariffs on other countries. Other countries are going to finally, after
Trump was holding his own, man. He's looking presidential. She was as well. I'll give her that. But he was holding his own in the beginning. Give it about an hour, he's gonna lose it. That's where he loses the debate.
75 years, pay us back for all that we've done for the world.
What say y'all?
And
you know what I mean?
Tariff will be substantial in some cases. They took in billions and billions of dollars, as you know, from China.
Yeah,
in fact, they never took the tariff off because
Yeah,
there's so
Jay,
much money they can't.
If we
It would
qualify
totally
for the 100
destroy
million, right?
everything that they've set out to do. They're taking in billions of dollars from China and other places. They've left the tariffs on. When I had it, I had tariffs, and yet I had no inflation. Look, we've had a terrible economy because inflation which is really known as a country buster. It breaks up countries. We have inflation like very few people have ever seen before, probably the worst in our nation's history. We were at 21%, but that's being generous because many things are 50, 60, 70, and 80% higher than they were just a few years ago.
He's
This
rolling.
has been a disaster for people, for the middle class, but for every class.
Okay.
On top of that, we have millions of people pouring into our country from prisons and jails, from mental institutions and insane asylums, and they're coming in and they're taking jobs that are occupied right now by African Americans and Hispanics.
Hey, black jobs, y'all. Black jobs, y'all. Black jobs. What say y'all? You know what I mean? Like, he was sticking to his guns right there. You know what I mean? Like, y'all liking how he's talking? We was eating good when he was in office. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But he's talking the black jobs. You know, we gonna keep it rocking.
And also unions. Unions are going to be affected very soon. And you see what's happening. You see what's happening with towns throughout the United States. You look at Springfield, Ohio. You look at Aurora in Colorado. They are taking over the towns. They're taking over buildings. They're going in violently. These are the people that Xi and Biden led into our country, and they're destroying our country. They're dangerous. They're at the highest level of criminality, and we have to get them out. We have to get them out fast.
Gunshot.
I created one of the greatest economies in the history of our country. I'll do it again and even better.
We are going to get to immigration
All right.
and border security during this debate, but I would like to let Vice President Harris respond on the.
Now, see, now Trump is not a politician. He's trying to remember what he needs to say, and he was trying to stick to all of that, right? So I get it. You know, he's not a politician, so we expect that from him. You know what I mean? So what David Muir is going to be, David Muir, like, yeah, we ain't talking about, you know, the immigration part, you know. But that's, you know, we expect that from Trump. Carlton, you say when he said African American, she turned her head. Yep. Look, man, I mean, y'all watched it last night. Y'all already seen. They told her not to answer that question. Like she was trained. Like as soon as they ask you that, you just say next question. You know what I'm saying? So y'all already know where she stands. She's not gonna acknowledge it. And if that's the case, why are they hyping her up as if she is? You know, like I don't get it. You know, but yeah, let's keep it rocking.
The economy here.
Well, I would love to. Let's talk about what Donald Trump left us. Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment since the Great Depression. Donald Trump left us the worst public health epidemic in a century. Donald Trump left us the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. And what we have done is clean up Donald Trump's mess. What we have done and what I intend to do is build on what we know are the aspirations and the hopes of the American people. But I'm going to tell you all in this debate tonight, you're going to hear from the same old tired playbook.
Same old tired playbook. She's hitting them. She hitting them. You know what I mean? Like she had it mapped out. She was ready. She was ready. She going in. He left us with a high unemployment, the COVID joint. You know what I mean? Like she's just hitting them back to back, boom, 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 body shots. You know what I'm saying? It's true. In a lot of aspects, it's absolutely true. You know, but at the same time, you had 4 years to rectify that, and where we at now. You know, what you saying? Black light. What you saying? I think the debates are to show how good presidential candidates are at dodging questions, not answering them. Big facts. Absolutely. I 100% agree. That's all they did last night, basically. Yo, it was a one. Yo. If you are trying to get like somebody to get like what's those awards you get for acting or whatever, Oscar, whatever. Yo, this was like one of the best acting jobs you ever seen. Like it was very entertaining, man. You like I wanted to watch it. Look, I don't usually stay up late because I gotta get up early in the morning. You know what I mean? I'm a blue collar guy. I gotta go to work. You know what I'm saying? But I stayed up for this, yo. His Trump's facial expressions, you know what I'm saying? Her lying, you know what I'm saying? It was just great. I'm just sitting at home like, yo, if people actually don't know, who these people are, whatever, you will believe it. Especially Kamala. If you don't know, most people don't know enough about Kamala to go either here or there. You know what I'm saying? But the performance she put on last night was like, okay, yeah, she's believable. She is like, she's really, really good. Really, really good. That phoniness, that's her talent right there. That phoniness, you know what I mean? Like, whatever that phoniness is, she got that down to a T. I'm like, oh snap! I was even believing her. I was believing her when she was telling some lies. I was like, oh snap! I believe that for sure. I believe that 2025. Yup, it's Trump's. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild.
A bunch of lies, grievances, and name calling. What you're going to hear tonight is a detailed and dangerous plan called Project 2025
Oh, boy.
that the former president intends on implementing if he were elected again.
Gunshot.
I believe very strongly.
Gunshot. She stuck to it. Like, yeah, 2025. That's his. That's his 2025. Project 2025. And we all know that's a lie. Like, we know that's not his. And even if it was, you know what I'm saying? What difference does it make? They make all these laws anyway. We ain't got no say-so. But let's keep it rocking. AP Promotions.
That the American people want a president who understands the importance of bringing us together, knowing we have so much more in common than what separates us. And I pledge to you to be a president for all Americans.
President Trump will give you a minute here to respond.
Number one, I have nothing to do, as you know, and as she knows better than anyone, I have nothing to do with Project 2025.
Facts.
That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it. This was a group of people that got together. They came up with some ideas, I guess some good, some bad.
Okay.
But it makes no difference. I have nothing to do. Everybody knows I'm an open book. Everybody knows what I'm going to do.
Now, right there, he held his own. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what people was looking for. Like, look, I have nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't a bunch of people. It might be good, might be bad, whatever, but I have nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where he held his own right there. What you saying, Carlton? Hold on. That's why all politicians have a IMBD, International Movie Database profile. They're all actors. I gotta check up on that, Carlton. I'm not gonna say that I know something that I haven't checked. Shout out to the haters in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We need you guys, like I said, to point the finger and say that's the bad guy. Okay. So we appreciate you. You know what I mean, hater? You could thumbs down the video or whatever.
Cut taxes very substantially and create a great economy like I did before. We had the greatest economy. We got hit with a pandemic. And the pandemic was not since 1917, where 100 million people died, has there been anything like it. We did a phenomenal job with the pandemic. We handed them over a country where the economy and where the stock market was higher than it was before the pandemic came in. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. We made ventilators for the entire world.
Okay,
we got gowns.
Trump,
we got masks.
Trump he be babbling. Trump be babbling, all right? So, we're going to have to shove him along a little bit. But where I think he also kind of messed up during this debate was that he didn't really give Kamala Harris any eye contact. She was like staring him down, like sizing him up, like a dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching this, like, I'm like, Trump, why you ain't like you better give off some masculinity, like look her up and down. You know what I mean? What are you doing? You're looking, I don't know. You know what I mean? Why are you gay? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? This is a debate. You trying to win. You know what I mean? You knew you was going into hostile territory. You know what I mean? You knew that. Just stick to your guns and keep it moving, right? But anyway, we're going to keep it rocking, all right? Keep it rocking.
Mr. President, I do want to drill down on something you both brought up. The Vice President brought up your tariffs. You responded, and let's drill down on this because your plan is what she calls is essentially a national sales tax. Your proposal calls for tariffs, as you pointed out here, on foreign imports across the board. You recently said that you might double your plan, imposing tariffs up to 20% on goods coming into this country. As you know, many economists say that with tariffs at that level, costs are then passed on to the consumer. Vice President Harris has argued it'll mean higher prices on gas, food, clothing, medication, arguing it costs the typical family nearly $4,000 a year. Do you believe?
Now, see, what David just said is true. He did put tariffs on China, but the Biden-Harris administration has been in office for 4 years. Why didn't they do anything about that? Right? Why are you putting it on him? He ain't been president for 4 years. What are you talking about? Anything he did, you could have undid. You could have undone, right? So we see the game plan, right?
Americans can afford higher prices because of tariffs?
They're not going to have higher prices. What's going to have and who's going to have higher prices is China and all of the countries that have been ripping us off for years. I was the only president ever. China was paying us hundreds of billions of dollars, and so were other countries. And, you know, if she doesn't like them, they should have gone out and they should have immediately cut the tariffs. But those tariffs are there 3.5 years now under their administration.
That was a great point. Like I just said, if that was the case, why didn't they, undo what he did, right? We're gonna keep it moving. Let me see what's going on in the chat. You know what I mean? like you in here wilding out with the haters. You know what I mean? The haters in the chat. No worries. No worries. Yo, how do you mod people up? Like I don't know how to do that. I'll figure it out later. But we're going to keep it rocking. All right? Gunshot. AP Promotions. You know, that's how we rocking today. We getting into this debate that happened yesterday. I'm saying Kamala Harris destroyed Donald Trump yesterday. Like, finished him. Mortal Kombat style. You know what I mean? So we're gonna keep it rocking. Oh, this lady right here, whoever this other moderator was, vicious, yo. She was funny as hell. Vicious. I want to get to her. Funny as hell.
Really out of it. But her vice presidential pick says abortion in the 9th month is absolutely fine. He also says execution after birth. It's execution, no longer abortion, because the baby is born is okay.
Huh?
And that's
wait a second. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Yo, you just can't say stuff like that, man, and think you're gonna win an election. Like, whose man is this? What did he just say? Yo, this is some wild shit. What? Yo, what is he talking about? Hold up. Hold up. Yo, Trump is a wild guy.
And it will be the end of our country. She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well. But when you look at what she's done to our country, and when you look at these millions and millions of people that are pouring into our country monthly, where it's, I believe, 21 million people, not the 15 that people say, and I think it's a lot higher than the 21. That's bigger than New York State pouring in. And just look at what they're doing to our country. They're criminals. Many of these people coming in are criminals. And that's bad for our economy, too. You know, you mentioned before, we'll talk about immigration later. Well, bad immigration is the worst thing that can happen to our economy. They have, and she has, destroyed our country with policy that's insane. Almost policy that you'd say they have to hate our country.
President Trump, thank you.
Hey,
I want to turn to the issue of abortion. President Trump, you've often touted that you were able to kill Roe v. Wade.
Hold on. My God, yo, what's your issue, man? What is your issue? At least Kid Gravity makes videos exposing Trump and Kamala. My God, what are you talking about? You coming in here spewing nonsense. accusing people with no facts to back it up. Like, bro, yo, I swear, it's some weird stuff, man. It's some weird stuff going on, man. I don't know. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get back to it. Old girl, funny as hell, yo. This one right here on the screen, I like her. She is funny. She's funny. Let's get to her question and see how it goes. All right, we're gonna rock out. Gunshot. Yeah, we back at it. Promotion. Let's go.
And not giving us transparency about the origins of COVID.
President Trump, I'll let you respond.
First of all, they bought their chips from Taiwan. We hardly make chips anymore because of philosophies like they have and policies like they have. I don't say her because she has no policy. Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's gone to my philosophy. But if she ever got elected, she'd change it. And it will be the end of our country. She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well. But when you look at what she's done to our country, and when you look at these millions and millions of people that are pouring into our country monthly, where it's, I believe, 21 million people, not the 15 that people say, and I think it's a lot higher than the 21.
Trump should have just stuck to his guns with this talking point right here. He'd have been fine all night if he'd have just kept on saying this over and over again. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion, right? But he lost the debate because you can't be emotional, especially in politics. You know what I'm saying? You know these people are gonna try to get under your skin, right? They've been doing it. They've been treating you like a stepchild since you got into it. So it should be expected. It's just wild. But anyway, let's rock.
That's bigger than New York State pouring in. And just look at what they're doing to our country. They're criminals. Many of these people coming in are criminals. And that's bad for our economy, too. You know, you mentioned.
These are facts that he is saying, and I'm not going to, deny him that. These are facts. They're all illegal immigrants in the country who are committing a lot of crimes. You know what I'm saying? Mostly in the cities, in the urban cities. You know what I'm saying? We can't deny these realities, right? But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, he gets destroyed in this debate. The first debate he won, right? Or on Biden, right? This debate to me, he's looking like Biden in the first debate did, right? So let's keep it rocking.
Before, we'll talk about immigration later. Well, bad immigration is the worst thing that can happen to our economy. They have, and she has, destroyed our country with policy that's insane. Almost policy that you'd say they have to hate our country.
President Trump, thank you. Lindsay?
I want to turn to the issue of abortion. President Trump often touted that you were able to kill Roe v. Wade. Last year, you said that you were proud to be the most pro-life president in American history. Then last month, you said that your administration would be great for women and their reproductive rights. In your home state of Florida, you surprised many with regard to your 6-week abortion ban because you initially had said that it was too short. And you said, quote, I'm going to be voting that we need more than 6 weeks. But then the very next day, you
I think at this point he also shoots himself in the foot, right? And it's like if somebody was brand new to politics and they heard what he said, they would have been like, yeah, I don't know about this guy. I don't think he's. Well, we're gonna let it play, and then I'm gonna ask y'all if y'all rock with that. With his answer, what he said, or y'all believe it, right? You know what I'm saying? So let's keep rocking to hear his answer.
Reverse course and said you would vote to support the 6-week ban. Vice President Harris says that women shouldn't trust you on the issue of abortion because you've changed your position so many times. Therefore, why should they trust you?
Well, the reason I'm doing that vote is because the plan is, as you know, the vote is, they have abortion in the 9th month. They even
Okay,
have,
hold
and
on.
you can look at the government.
Hold on. I want to know in the chat. Y'all think that people are getting abortions in the 9th month, like women? Is that a thing? Huh? Let me know, because I don't know. Like, abortion in the 9th month? Like, the baby's about to be born. How do you abort a baby in the 9th month? But okay. All right. Let's okay.
Governor of West Virginia, the previous governor of West Virginia, not the current governor, who's doing an excellent job, but the governor before, he said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
Oh, shit.
And that's why I did that, because that predominates, because they're radical. The Democrats are
shit.
radical in that.
What? Y'all heard that? Yo, wait, hold up. Yo, hold up. What? Yo, Trump is wild, yo. What he say? Yo, what the fuck he say? Yo, they gonna execute the baby when it's born? Where they doing it? Where they doing that at?
Talk about immigration later. Well, bad immigration is the worst thing that can happen to our economy. They have, and she has, just what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
What?
And that's why I did that, because that predominates, because they're radical. The Democrats.
More than 6 weeks. But then the very next day, you reversed course and said you would vote to support the 6-week ban.
Y'all believe that? Abortion in the 9th month, the execution of babies? Carlton, where you hear that at, man? Don't. Carlton trolling me right now. He said, I do remember hearing something about abortion in the 9th month, though. It's Carlton trolling, yo.
Vice President Harris says that women shouldn't trust you on the issue of abortion because you've changed your position so many times. Therefore, why should they trust you?
Well, the reason I'm doing that vote is because the plan is, as you know, the vote is, they have abortion in the 9th month.
Oh, shit.
They even have, and you can look at the governor of West Virginia, the previous governor of West Virginia, not the current governor, who's doing an excellent job, but the governor before, he said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
What?
And that's why I did that, because that predominates, because they're radical. The Democrats.
Oh, shit. Y'all heard that? I just want to make sure y'all heard that. They execute the baby after it's born. Okay. All right. I guess that's what they doing in the hospitals and all that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I'm saying, like, if somebody's like a newbie to politics, I'm saying if you hearing this, you hearing somebody say something like this, you be like, what? That was the first thing I said, like, huh? The hell? I don't know, Trump. I don't know. It's not looking too good. You know what I'm saying? And let me, in full disclosure, I'm not for Trump or Kamala. Neither one of them. Most likely I'm going to vote for myself, which I usually do. I just write myself in for president. And nobody voted for me. I'm a little bit disappointed about that, but maybe next time I'll get some votes. You know what I'm saying? Gunshot for that. Okay. AP promotion. I'm going to get some votes next time. That's right. Let's go.
Are radical in that. And her vice presidential pick, which I think was a horrible pick, by the way, for our country.
Okay.
Because he is really out of it.
He is.
But her vice presidential pick says abortion in the 9th month is absolutely fine. He also says execution after birth. It's execution, no longer abortion, because the baby is born, is okay. And that's not okay with me. Hence the vote. But what I did is something.
See? Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Executing after birth. Carlton, that's what we doing? He went way left, all right. Yo. Yo, Trump is wild, man. He's super entertaining, man. I swear, man, this was like the best movie Broadway show you could have ever watched last night, man. I'm telling you, man. They hid this Kamala away for like how umpteenth months just so she could come prepared. Like she was like, what's the old boy name in Karate Kid? Wax on, wax off. Before he went to the tournament, she was like that. Came back and did the kick. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it rocking.
For 52 years, they've been trying to get Roe v. Wade into the states, and through
we don't care.
The states, and the states are voting.
We don't care.
Why don't you ask her that question?
Why don't you answer
That's the problem.
question? Would you
because
veto?
under Roe v.
Answer
Wade,
the question.
Okay, I think we missed something. Now they still talking about abortion. We gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna get through this. You know what I'm saying? So let's see where they at right here.
That's because people want to take their country back. Our country is being lost. We're a failing nation, and it happened 3.5 years ago. And what's going on here? You're going to end up.
Another thing is that I know that people saying that Trump has gained a lot of black support, which may be true. You know what I'm saying? But at this at the same time, you can't be insulting black people like and you can't be insulting black people and think that they're gonna vote for you at the same time. It just don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely did a lot of backhanded insults during this debate last night. You know what I'm saying? Like TD, I'm wondering if TD's still rocking with him. You know what I'm saying? Like he said a lot of wild stuff. You know what I mean? Shout out to TD Media Group. Go check his channel out. But he said a lot of wild stuff. You know what I mean? He said they asked him about January 6th, and he went straight off into a tirade about Ashley Babbitt. And we all know who the officer was who did that, right? So, we're going to keep it rocking, though. AP Promotions.
In World War III, just to go into another subject, what they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The people that came in.
Oh, shit. God damn. Gunshot. What? Now, Black Light Revelation already debunked the eating of dogs, right? So if you want to see a video where the facts and the data is laid out, go to Black Light Revelation's channel. You know what I'm saying? Because at least he's going to give you where he's getting his information from so you could go check it for yourself. And that's another thing that we need to do as people. Don't take people's word for anything. Check it for yourself. People, you see, these people are going to tell you anything. And that's another reason why I'm thinking that Kamala won last night, because most people don't check. They don't want to check. They just going to base what they do off their feelings, right? They're going to say, I like this person, I don't like this person, and I don't like this person, right? So that's where I'm getting that's why I'm basing how the debate went yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think most people, they don't want to check. And I have my reasons also, because, we have to live in the real world. And when you go out to the supermarket, to work, to church, it's it's just blatant. It's all out there, and it's like, am I the only person that's trying to think rationally, that's not getting emotional about this, that actually wants to question what I'm being told? I don't know, man. I just think people definitely don't want to do no homework. They just want to feel good about whatever they hear. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna keep it moving. All right. AP promotions.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Oh, shit.
And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. As far as rallies are concerned, as far as the reason they go is they like what I say. They want to bring our country back. They want to make America great again. It's a very simple phrase, make America great again.
This is where
she's destroying this.
This is where Trump loses it. This is where he lost the debate last night. It definitely was yo, Jay, man, you wilding out. They're eating the dogs. Yeah. That's according to Trump, they're eating the dogs. So, you know, that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, what you gonna do about it, right? Yo, I mean, what say y'all? Like, if you hear somebody that you're potentially gonna vote for and they're talking like this, it sounds wild, right? He's not giving no sources or anything, and you know you're in hostile territory. Stick to what you came to do, and that's it. That's it. You don't have to do no more, right? But he gets triggered, and so I think we missed the part where she challenges him on his crowd size, right? And he couldn't take it. He had to take the bait, right? So let me see if I can find that part, right? We might be right at it. I think it's around about the hour mark.
Called up some folks in Congress and said, kill the bill. And you know why? Because he'd prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. And understand, this comes at a time where the people of our country actually need a leader who engages in solutions, who actually addresses the problems at hand. But what we have in the former president is someone who would prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. And I'll tell you something, he's going to talk about immigration a lot tonight, even when it's not the subject that is being raised. And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch.
Oh, shit.
You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter.
What?
He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
Gut
and
punch.
I will tell you, the one thing you will not hear him talk about is you.
Oh.
You will not hear him talk about your needs, your dreams, and your desires.
Yo, she just beat the shit out of Trump. Just did. Yo, they leave his rallies because they bored. They bored as hell. Yo, they leaving his rallies because they bored. Yo, and he took the bait. Yo. I'm telling you, yo. This is like one of the funniest thing I ever saw yesterday, man. I swear it was hilarious, yo. Word. We're gonna keep it rocking. But he took the bait. He could have kept on sticking to his immigration and illegals, all that. He could have just stuck to what he was saying like a broken record, and he'd have been fine. But nope. Can't. As soon as you mention crowd size, it's a wrap. He got to defend that. You know what I'm saying? That's your president. All right.
And I'll tell you, I believe you deserve a president who actually puts you first. And I pledge to you that I will.
Vice President Harris, thank you. President Trump, on that point, I want to get your response.
Well, I would like to respond.
Let me just ask, though, why did you try to kill that bill, and successfully so? That would have put thousands of additional agents and officers on the border.
First, let me respond as to the rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go.
See, now, that's where he messes up. Like, David is cutting you off, and he's about to ask you a question. You just listen to what he's gonna say. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think you need to defend how many people come to your rallies, Trump. Like, who cares? We're looking for policies, what you're gonna do better than your opponent. Well, I mean, he got destroyed. You know what I'm saying? By Kamala Harris.
And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there, and then showing them in a different light. So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. That's because people want to take their country back. Our country.
We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Right? Shout out to Black Light Revelations channel. Like, this is his video that I'm reviewing. All right, so shout out to that brother right there. Go check his channel out for sure. You know what I mean? We're gonna get back at it. AP Promotions. Where we at?
118,000 jobs that they said they created turned out to be a fraud.
President Trump, thank you. I'll let you respond, Vice President Harris.
Well, I think this is so rich coming from someone who has been prosecuted
Ooh!
for
Oh boy!
national security crimes,
Gunshot.
economic crimes, election interference.
Gunshot.
Has
Now we all know that we all know, and I'm gonna say Trump. You know about Trump, the trumped up charges, pun intended, right? He's the first president that has ever been really prosecuted before. You know what I mean? And that it just shows you that the level of corruption this government is capable of, man. It's wild. You know what I mean? I don't even remember what the felonies that he got convicted of. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And he's not in jail, right? So it's like, how? You committed all these felonies, but you're not in jail, right? But okay, all right. But
been found
that was a gut punch, another gut punch right there. You know what I mean? She's hitting them. She's hitting them. Let's go.
liable for sexual assault, and his next big court appearance is in November at his own criminal.
So was Joe Biden. So Joe Biden was accused of sexual SA also, right? But you still decided to be his vice president, right? The hypocrisy.
Sentencing. And let's be clear, where each person stands.
None of y'all are righteous. None of y'all. Either one of y'all.
Oh, he's a criminal. They're the ones that made them go after me. By the way, Joe Biden was found essentially guilty on the documents case. And what happened in my documents case?
Kamala is up. Kamala is up. She's destroying Donald Trump. Destroying him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. That's what happened last night. You know what I mean? I know she's probably up in the polls right now. That was not a good performance on his part. He lost that one.
Oh, that's the toughest of them all. A complete and total victory. 2 months ago, it was thrown out. It's weapon.
And please be just so y'all know, I'm not caping for nobody. I'm not caping for Kamala. I'm not caping for Trump. I'm just giving my opinion on the debate because, you know, it's important because there's a lot of lies being told and people are unfortunately emotionally. Well, I'll leave it alone. But I'm just saying I'm not for either one of them. Neither the Republican or the Democratic Party serves me in a way that is meaningful for me to really care about the presidency with all their nonsense and lies that they spew every 4 years when they need your vote. Let's go.
Weaponization, and they used it, and it's never happened in this country. They used it to try and win an election. They're
President Trump-
fake cases.
President Trump, thank
Fake.
you. A really quick response here, Vice
I
President
agree
Harris,
with
on
the
this
fake
notion of
cases.
weaponization of the Justice Department.
Well, let's talk about extreme and understand the context in which this election in 2024 is taking place. The United States Supreme Court recently ruled that the former president would essentially be immune from any misconduct if he were to enter the White House again. Understand, this is someone who has openly said,
Real quick, see what's up. My brother Rob said, Trump ain't the only one lying on those Haitian people, but Black Klansmen reported my video debunking Trump's bullshit and has made no videos about the people pushing the lie. Facts. That's true. I don't know what his issue is, man. I really don't know what his issue is with you, especially when you put out factual truth and you can actually see your sources when you cite them on your most of every one of your videos. I don't get it. I don't get it. But all right, let's keep it rocking.
he would terminate, I'm quoting, terminate the Constitution of the United States, that he would weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies. Someone who has openly expressed.
Y'all do the same thing. Stop it.
Expressed disdain for members of our military. Understand what it would mean.
See, it's another gut punch right there, another rib shot. He definitely has shown this disdain for people who have served. You know what I mean? So she's hitting them. You know what I mean? I don't know if he didn't. I don't even think he mentioned anything, of her being a prosecutor in California, right? So, you know, she's doing all the attack, and he's just on the ropes, and it's like no mas, you know what I mean? Throw in the towel, you know what I mean? Throw in the towel, right? So, you know, Trump, in my opinion, like I said, he lost. He got destroyed in this debate. You know what I mean? And we had the first debate with Biden, which everybody knew he won that, right? And then we're gonna have this, and that's the only two debates we're gonna have to base who we elect our president off of. So I don't know. It's wild. Trump is a wild guy, man. You know, and Kamala, like, you know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. Kamala is devious, yo. Devious. She surprised me. She definitely surprised me. Like I said, I see why they hit her. They had her and you know what I mean, like in a dungeon or something like that, just cramming for this debate. You know what I mean? Crazy. Anyway, let's keep it rocking.
If Donald Trump were back in the White House with no guardrails, because certainly we know now the court won't stop him. We know J.D. Vance is not going to stop him. It's up to the American people.
Vice President
stop
Harris,
him.
thank you. Lindsay?
Vice President Harris, in your last run
Yeah,
for
definitely hit the
president-
like button, y'all.
This is the
Shout
one
out
that
to you, Rob.
weaponized,
Appreciate
not me.
you, man. Hit the
She
like button.
weaponized. I probably
You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me get that up there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me get that up there. Hit the like button, y'all. Appreciate it. All right? Like, share, and subscribe. All right? Or unsubscribe. You know what I'm saying? If you don't rock with me, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. All right, let's go.
took a bullet to the head because of the things that they say about me. They talk about
Got him.
democracy. I'm a threat to democracy. They're the threat to democracy. With
Another
the
shot.
fake Russia investigation
We do have a lot to
that
get-
went nowhere.
We have a lot to get to. Lindsay?
Vice President Harris, in your last run for president, you said you wanted to ban fracking. Now you don't. You wanted mandatory government buyback programs for assault weapons. Now your campaign says you don't. You supported decriminalizing border crossings. Now you're taking a harder line. I know you say that your values.
Now, everything she just said was facts. Now, watch how she responds. Watch how Kamala Harris responds to the questions.
Have not changed. So then why have so many of your policy positions changed?
Flip-flop.
So my values have not changed, and I'm going to
Flop.
discuss every one of the, at least every point that
Flop.
you've made.
Oh, she's
But in
stuttering.
particular, let's talk about fracking because we're
Flip.
here in Pennsylvania. I
Flop.
made that very clear in 2020.
Flip-flop.
I will not ban fracking.
Flip-flop.
I have not banned fracking as Vice President of the United States. And in fact, I was the tie-breaking vote on
Flip.
the Inflation Reduction Act,
Flop.
which opened new leases for fracking.
Flip-flop.
My position is that we have got to invest in diverse sources of energy so we reduce our reliance on foreign oil.
Flippity-flippity
We
flop.
have had the largest increase in domestic oil production in history because of an approach that recognizes that we cannot over-rely on foreign oil.
Flippity-flippity
As
flop.
it relates to my values, let me tell you, I grew up a middle-class kid,
Why
raised
you
by
keep
a
on
hardworking
saying
mother.
that? Nobody cares. Why? Like, she just flip-flopped. She didn't answer the question. Lied. Like, come on now. But she did a good job of, deflecting, dodging, flip-flopping. It was a good acting job for sure. We're gonna skip ahead a little bit, because we're gonna get through this in a relatively quick manner. You know what I mean? Because you guys can go to Black Light Revelations channel and check out the video. All right? Gunshot. Let's go. AB Promotions.
Backwards to the past.
Let me just follow up here.
It was a different term, and it was a term that related to energy because they have destroyed our energy business. That was where Bloodbath was. Also, on Charlottesville, that story has been, as you would say, debunked. Laura Ingraham, Sean Hannity, Jesse, all of these people, they covered it. If they go an extra sentence, they will see it was perfect. It was debunked in almost every newspaper, but they still bring it up, just like they bring 2025 up.
Trump seems unhinged. His back is against the ropes, and he's just in defense mode. You know what I'm saying? He's not attacking. You know what I mean? He's trying to defend what is being said about him, but he's not, he's not trying to attack her or any of her, misdeeds or anything like that, right? So that's another reason why I said that. You know what I mean? That's why I said that. So that's unfortunate, but he got destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So that's
They
right.
bring all of this stuff up. I ask you this. You talk about the Capitol. Why are we allowing these millions of people to come through on the southern border? How come she's not doing anything? And I'll tell you what I would do, and I would be very proud to do it. I would say we would both leave this debate right now. I'd like to see her go down to Washington, D.C. during this debate because we're wasting a lot of time. Go down to, because she's been so bad, it's so ridiculous. Go down to Washington, D.C. and let her sign a bill to close up the border because they have the right to do it. They don't need bills. They have the right to do it. The president of the United States, you'll get him out of bed. You'll wake him up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Right. You'll say, come on down.
It's just wild. You know what I mean? I'm going to cut this video short, right? And I'm probably going to pick it up tomorrow. It's about so much I could, digest. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're going to head on out and pick back up probably tomorrow, because the brother's a little bit tight, right? You know what I mean? So I want to shout out to everybody that came through in this video, man. I definitely appreciate you guys. So hit the like, share, and subscribe. And we going to be out until next time, all right? Peace, all right? Gunshot. AB Promotions. Black Light, take it easy on the trolls, all right? We need them to point the finger and say, that's the bad guy. All right, y'all. Peace.